Okay, so I had a weekend from hell, and a friend convinced me to go to Celebrities, which is now straight on a Tuesday night. Yay! Nothing like great hip hop music remixed to really bad techno music that they used to play. Well, techno is an old term, but I don't know what the fuck to call this shit. This is like stuff they played on Do You Think You Can Dance in 2012, like the Fox dance. It was hell. So I went out to have a cigarette and make my court-ordered herbal medicine. And a couple of girls came up to me and they're like, "Oh, we really like your look. It's like heavy metal goth meets hip hop. It's so cool. We really want to get to know you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine. And just let me do what I need to do and let me have another cigarette." And so we talk for a bit, and it seems okay. And then one of them asks, "Well, are you Team Jolie or Team Aniston?" And I'm really stressed out, and like some weird shit has happened that's actually not bad. People are like, "Oh my god, it's awful," and I'm like, "No, it's not. I have freedom now." And it just comes right out of my mouth. I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how does that determine someone's worth? Like, asking me, you know, what my opinion on, God, like, what my opinion is on people's right to have their own spiritual belief systems, or whether top surgery should be covered, which they should, or, like, what's my viewpoint on Sartre, or something, important, right? That would sort of indicate my personality. And the other girl's like, "Oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. You see, it's very complicated because it's like, this is how we figure out if people have borderline personality disorder, or narcissistic, or clingy," and the other one's like, "Oh, it's so important. It is so important. There is such depthness to this question." And I just finally go, well, one is sort of married to a really good-looking guy, and one is just left, so neither could satisfy Brad Pitt. So just fuck off. I'm usually not this rude, but I was really tired and stressed. And the environment and the celebrities was like, okay. So, I'm upset about this. People, people are like, "Oh, you have something against Gen Xers." I don't have anything against Gen Xers. It's just recently one of them that was stalking me. When we were sort of trying to sort of date. Yeah, I date girls too, people. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It's the 21st century. Don't define me. Oh yeah, this was a good one. She was like, "I think I'm gonna do a recontextualized Kate Moss look," and so she did it, and I'm like, "What the fuck does this have to do with Kate Moss being turned upside down?" And she's like, "Well, you're too young. You weren't even around. You were like 3 when Kate Moss was around, and I knew all her looks." And I went, "Well, actually, there was this used bookstore that was closing down. I got this book in 97. And I said, her look was so natural." Well, no, in this book, can I ask you a couple questions about when she started modeling, which I think was like 89? And no, there was a period when Kevin Aquan bleached her eyebrows, contoured and highlighted her to death, and made her into this glamazon goddess, right? And she's like looking at me, and I'm like, "Who's one of her favorite makeup artists now that she was in a commercial for?" I don't know. Charlotte Tilbury, by the way. Do you even know who Charlotte Tilbury is? And she's like, "Well, you just don't understand." I'm like, "No, I wasn't even, I was around, but I seem to know more about Kate Moss. And this is not, you love to recontextualize, but this is not like a garbage bag and a little sign saying that you're a heroin addict is not recontextualizing Kate Moss. So other than Perfume, which Kurt Cobain told you to read, and reading Fear of Leaving Las Vegas or something by that guy that was that journalist that Annie Leibovitz hanged out with, have you read any other books? God, what else is pissing me off right now? Okay, oh my God. Okay, Sufis, listen, Khada Hafez. Okay, learn that. People are like, oh, we're being like even sideways oppressed by. Sufis are like the most open, spiritual people that I've ever met. A few years ago, there was an older lady that was a mentor to me in the time of need when my mother wasn't around as usual. And her grandmother came to visit, and grandmother loved me and pinched my cheeks, but we couldn't speak. So a few years ago, I used to be able to speak a bit of Farsi. Like, I could carry, like, I remember Khaitab Dar was librarian because her mother used to be really into books and really liked to go to the library because they made the library in North Vancouver have like a total section in different forms of any which way. So, you know, I remember as Kelly Khosh Kelly, something like that means you're very beautiful, because I wanted to tell her she was very beautiful. And this woman who was like a mother figure to me accepted the fact that I was gay, sort of figured out that I might be in the trans spectrum, loved me wearing makeup, saw Jesus Christ as a wonderful and beautiful prophet. I mean, okay, so like the people in my building that are of a Persian persuasion, most of them are like, oh, not just the women, the men are like, oh, you look beautiful. And some of the women go, oh, wait, the eyeliner and that tight line. Yeah, actually better than how I've been doing for so long. You teach me. What the product are you using to keep it on so long? And I'm like, honey, it's okay. Give me your apartment number. I'll come and visit and we'll just have some fun with makeup or go shopping and buy perfume. So, yeah, one of the Persian dudes in my building did steal my headphones and threaten to kill me because I wanted them back. So is that going to like make me judge and stereotype people of Islamic faith or of that culture because I've had like one bad experience? No. Like, oh, you know, like Horus and Osiris were pretty popular, and a lot of people were put in pyramid graves in order to keep Osiris happy, right? And I love it. I love Egyptians. They love cats. Cats are my favorite animals ever. I love dogs. I love all animals. But this is the thing I like about cats. They don't take shit. And when they're sick and you can't afford to get their meds, yes, they're going to shit on your Blu-ray player. They're going to shit on your laptop. They're going to shit on your tablet. Right? If the food is not good for the digestion, they're not going to eat it. And then they're going to shit outside of their kitty litter box. You know, I love dogs, but if you abuse them, they take it out on you or to get revenge. Cats are just like, I'm taking no shit. I know my worth, unless there's something wrong or a bit wrong. But in general, I know my worth. I don't recognize myself in the mirror, but that's fine. You know, I was kept around to keep snakes and venoms and assassination scarabs away from, you know, the pharaohs and stuff. And so they were divinity then. Shit, I don't know. You know, people say, oh, well, you think you know everything. And I'm not saying I think I know everything, but seriously, I just, you know, I'm at the point where I think people should sit down, read a book about something, then read another book that contradicts that book, do some research other than Wikipedia, and stop asking stupid questions that are inane. Right? Like, I really don't think, you know, it's like, oh, maybe asking me if I'm a neo-Nazi would be more important than whether I prefer Kris Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner. Like, I just think that would be a more important question. Just saying. Shazam! I need to get out of Vancouver for a while. actually have some time to stay in my apartment alone, like alone, the first time in like a couple of years where I would have a day where I'm going to be by myself in the apartment and just like read and watch videos and stuff. It's going to be fun. I like myself. I think it's going to be really fun. And with all my stuffed toys, I can just cuddle with them. And it'll be great. It's fun liking yourself. I'm not sure if I love myself yet. That's going to take a bit more time. Okay, bye.